Once again, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and welcome to Van Andel Soccer Stadium here on the campus of Hope College for today's non-league contest between the Firebirds of Carthage College and your Hope College Flying Dutchman. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't done so already, we ask you to please rise. And gentlemen, if you would, please remove your caps. Ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, your head coaches for this afternoon's contest for Carthage College, David Neff, and for your Flying Dutchman,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this afternoon's men's lacrosse contest on the campus of Hope College in Holland, Michigan. Dutchmen welcome in our visitors from across Lake Michigan on the Sunrise side of Lake Michigan, Carthage College Firebirds, and Carthage wins the opening face-off. 14 Corbin Van Dyne handling the face-offs for the Firebirds. Firebirds come in 2-0 on the season. Hope is at 1-1. Firebirds picked up victories over Marion College and then against the MIAA team Elma, 12-10 in their last contest. Early shot by number 1, Andrew Johnson. Johnson is the returning leading scorer for the Firebirds. 79 points a season ago, 51 goals, 28 assists. Turnover there by Andrew Fry. As mentioned, Johnson is a junior, a preseason honorable mention All-American. And here's the first opportunity for the Flying Dutchman on a successful clear. Michael Mann settles behind. It's Michael Mann at attack, the junior from University of Detroit Jesuit High School, along with number 11, sophomore Sam Bowen from Forest Hills Eastern High School, and freshman Andon Rieger. Bowen looks up top, a nice face dodge by number 19, Blaine Hind. Nice face dodge to get himself inside, and that shot skips just wide with 28 on the shot clock. So Bowen behind. He's going to work on Mo Broughton. '23, Freddie Koplow, along with David Brace and Blaine Hind for the Dutch at the first offensive midfield set. That was Brace. Sidearm shot is wide, and here's Bowen with 10 on the shot clock against Mo Broughton. And a nice job by Mo Broughton to cause the turnover on Sam Bowen. Got in there with a poke check just as Bowen was looking to initiate his dodge. Hope's in a 10-man ride. They're looking to double team Birchfield along the sideline, and a nice job by Birchfield to get out of a double team at the box. So an early different look for the Dutchmen as they come out in a 10-man ride on their first ride package. Traditionally this season, Hope's been using a traditional 9-man zone ride. So changing things up a little bit.
Timeout, Carthage.
And Coach Neff wants to talk to his players, so we'll stop on the first timeout of the game. 12:21 to go in the first quarter. So as we get back to live action, 42 on the possession. Here's Birchfield. Birchfield comes in after 2 games for the Firebirds as the number 2 scorer on the season. Kroc initiating his dodge against Mueller. Shot goes high. The midfielder Andrew Fry got his hands free for the shot. Johnson dodging, gets hands free, and a shot goes wide. 9 on the possession. It's Will Jewell defensively. Shot goes wide, and that's going to run out the shot clock possession. So 0 on the shot clock. Nice job defensively for Coach Schultz's unit. Sean Cunningham running into a double team. And that's a fail to clear on a turnover from Sean Cunningham. Sean was in a double team, and he looked to throw it down to attack and threw it over the head of Andon Rieger. So a successful clear, but then a turnover by the Firebirds as Michael Molesky pushes it forward. Owen Mueller, nice job defensively from Andrew Fry. But we're going to, looks like, have a loose ball push. Check that. Flag down. It looks like John Mowat, the head ref, is going to talk it over, and we're going to have a penalty for an illegal body check. It's going to go against the Firebirds. Number 45, Andrew Fry. 1 minute man-up opportunity for the Dutchman. Hope has only had one man-up opportunity through 2 games. And in that opportunity, they converted on a nice pass from Andrew Lanham inside to Michael Mann. Hope's going to look to reverse the flow of the ball and then look for an opportunity for Michael Mann inside along with Freddie Koplow, as those 2 inside players are going to shuffle. Andrew Lanham drops the ball, recovered by Freddie Koplow. Still plenty of time on the possession. Inside look from Bowen to Michael Mann, and the ball got dropped. There's a ground ball pickup, and we're going to have a flag for either an illegal body check or a cross check coming up against the Firebirds. That looks like it's going to go against the senior Jamison Stahl. And it's a cross check is the call against Jamison Stahl. So 2 men down for Carthage. Inside move by Sam Bowen as he got himself inside, and a nice stop. There's a shot by number 8, Andrew Lanham. And an assist from number 16, David Brace. And Hope goes up 1-0 early in the first quarter with 10:04 left in the game.
For the Flying Dutchman, with the assist, number 16, David Brace. And scoring goal number 1, number 8, Andrew Lanham.
Nice look by David Brace. The defense had sagged to him, and nice job by Lanham getting himself open and his hands free and burying the shot. Jake Williamson is in goal today for the Firebirds. He's a freshman from St. Louis. 44, Hayden Jones, the sophomore from Rochester, has started the first couple of games in goal, but Williamson getting the opportunity here. And a nice ground ball pickup from Luke Wieringo as Hope wins that face-off opportunity. And turnover on the clear. John Henry Foster was looking for the cross-field pass and just threw it a little ahead of Nick McCreary. So face-off 1, and then they turn the ball over. Freshman midfielder Jake Westland checks in for the Firebirds. Westland's got the ball, working on the alley against Sean Cunningham. Check that, Jack Cervantes. There's Johnson working against the freshman Foster. And up top to Birchfield, their top scoring midfielder. Birchfield working against Luke Wieringo. Shot from Jake Westland, left and wide. And a nice job deflecting the pass as the Firebirds look to push it inside. Ball still on the ground, and picked up by Birchfield. I think they're talking over the shot clock as the shot clock got reset for a fresh 80, thinking that the change of possession had occurred to Hope. So I think they're talking it over whether the shot clock was supposed to reset or not. And the shot clock goes to 15 seconds. So the call there is that Hope never had possession and turned the ball over, and so it's still Carthage's possession with 15 on the shot clock. Quick shot opportunity by number 30, Kroc, and a nice save by John Shea. Hope's got some numbers. John Foster up top. Shot by Foster, and he buries it. Number 22. Unassisted for the freshman lefty from Forest Hills Central. First college goal for the long pole in his young career. And he put that one off hip and high.
Number 22, John Foster.
John Foster, the second in his family to don that long pole. His older brother, Caleb Foster, was a starting defenseman for the Milwaukee School of Engineering, not far from Kenosha, Wisconsin, and carrying on the legacy. I saw his brother Caleb in the crowd today, along with Dad Tom and Mom Celeste, lacrosse super fans. So technical violation call on the faceoff. The ball's going to go to Hope. And here's 17, Marco Molaroni, wing player, who's going to stay in and play some offense. And Molaroni gets himself free with a shot opportunity just wide. Coach Schoenhaus has a lot of confidence in his traditional short stick defensive midfielders to stay on and play offense. And Molaroni came off the wing and initiated the dodge and got himself hands free on Williamson. So 45 on the possession. David Brace checks in, sophomore from Detroit area, and he gives it up to Nick McCreary, a sophomore from Rockford. Shot by McCreary, saved by Williamson. And Hope goes into a 10-man ride and gets a turnover. There's Michael Mann with the ball, and he turned the ball back over, and Carthage recovers and has an unsettled opportunity to push the action. And a nice job defensively by John Foster. So nice job in the ride package by Hope on the 10-man ride to create the turnover, and Michael Mann turned the ball back over as his footing slipped out from underneath him. .6:30 to go in the first quarter. Firebirds find themselves down too early. A nice job defensively by John Foster as he picked that pass off in the air. And here's Michael Mann as he pushes the action. And Michael Mann got stick checked from behind and turns the ball over. Birchfield checks in at an offensive midfield. Going to be joined by Ben Kroc, the sophomore from Vernon Hills, Illinois. And here's Kroc. Back to Birchfield. Pass was deflected, and so possession stays with Carthage. Kroc works up top. Carthage primarily in a 1-3-2 offensive possession, and there's number 1, Andrew Johnson, unassisted with a goal. Nice dodge, and he got his hands free and put it in the upper left-hand corner of the goal where John Shea couldn't get to it. And goal number 1 on the day for the Firebirds. As mentioned, Johnson is the leading returning scorer for the Firebirds team, a team that was 12-5 last year, following up a 10-4 campaign in 2021. Ground ball win there for the face-off. Colin Van Dyne. Good job trapping on the corner by Hope. And then Tucker Martinez couldn't quite handle the ground ball, so a little shaken up by Martinez, and we're going to get a flag down on the Dutchman. This is probably going to go against number 30, Jack Cervantes, for either a cross check or push from behind. So Carthage with possession, 48 on the shot clock. Shot by Johnson, saved by Shea. But we're going to have a man down for the Dutchman as Tucker Martinez comes to the sideline. Tucker looks like he rolled his ankle a little bit on that ground ball pickup when he rolled out of bounds, and so he's going to get checked out by the training staff, and in checks number 18, Cam Dinas, senior from Forest Hills Central in Grand Rapids. 60-second man-up opportunity for the Firebirds. Croc up top. And there's the shot by number 41, Colin Poitras, and assist from number 30, Ben Croc, and Firebirds even the score at 2. Nice shot from Colin Poitras as he fooled John Shea with a low to high release. So nice job for the lefty, dropping his hands and putting it just under the top crossbar. It's Caden Brainerd, the sophomore from Muskegon Reese Puffer. He's going to take the face-off duties against Corbin Van Dyne. Nice job by Van Dyne to win it forward to himself, and nice recovery by Brainerd to catch him from behind and force the turnover. So nice job by Van Dyne winning the face-off, and then a nice recovery by his opponent to force a turnover. And here's Luke Wieringo, number 7, gives it up on the wing to Owen Mueller, who can't handle the ball, and it's going to go down as a turnover against Owen Mueller. And the Firebirds turned over as they stepped on the sidelines on the wing on their clear package. McCreary checks in at midfield. He's going to be joined by number 8, Andrew Lanham, along with 16, David Brace. Here's Brace inverting and dodging from behind. That's a look we've seen early on in the season from Coach Shane Hells, is to get the midfielder inverting and going into the X position. Brace continues to work. Got his hands inside, but they're going to call a crease violation against Michael Mann. So David Brace on the inside roll dodge got his hands free and a shot off, and then as Michael Mann tried to get the ground ball, they called him for a crease violation as the Firebirds clear successfully. And we have a flag down on the sidelines, which is probably going to be a offsides penalty, is my guess, against the Dutchman. And there's another penalty, as they're going to call an illegal check, I think, against number 18, Cam Dinas. Mike Schoenhell's not happy about the slashing call, as it happened right in front of him, and it looked like a clear check on a down check onto the stick of the ball carrier, and he's wondering how you can call a slashing call when his stick hit the stick of the ball carrier. So we got an offsides call, 30 seconds, and we've got a slashing call, 1 minute against the Dutch. So this man down unit is going to find itself 2 men down for 30 seconds and 1 man down for 60 seconds. They're going to go into a box, going to try to play defense. They call it from the inside out. Let nothing inside and hope that they can force an outside shot, which is their best opportunity. Nice job on the save by John Shea as Poitras went low. The ball rumbles around and still not picked up. Cleared there by Poitras, and still 2 men up. Shot goes wide by Johnson. So Hope's now 1 man down. So a nice job holding on the 6-on-4 defensive possession, but 30 seconds more of man down and man up opportunity for the Firebirds. And there's Johnson shooting high and wide with 46 on the possession. 16 remains on this man up opportunity for the Firebirds. Shot on Cage and a save by John Shea. Marco Molaroni pushes the action upfield, and a nice job by the man down unit for Coach Schultz's squad to hold on 30 seconds of 2 men down and another 30 seconds man down. Here's Lanham, McCreary, and the freshman number 5, Jack McNamara. McNamara saw his first game action last week, got a couple shots off, didn't score. Shot by McCreary, goes wide. And ground ball pickup by Carthage and a nice clear. Here's Johnson with the ball, pushing it forward and deflected in the air by 36 Michael Molesky, but picked back up by the Firebirds. And with 30 seconds to go in the quarter, Carthage is going to see if they can break the 2-2 tie as Jake Westland checks in. And here's number 30, Ben Kroc, dodging from up top against number 10, Sean Cunningham. Nice job by Cunningham. Kroc looks to get his hands free and inside. Does, shoots high and wide with 6 seconds to go in the quarter. Johnson dodging, throws the ball low, and that's the end of the quarter. And so we stay Carthage 2 and Hope College 2 at the end of 1.
My name is Megan Bigelow, and during my time there, I was on the Hope women's soccer team. I decided to choose Hope because of the opportunity to be involved in multiple things. I didn't want to go somewhere where I was just a number in the field. I was able to double major, experience both the business academic load as well as economics. I loved the opportunity to really get to know my professors. Hope exceeded my expectations.
I'm Nate Bauman. As an invested community partner, we're proud to help share Hope's stories of transformational impact.
We are back to start the second quarter at Van Andel Stadium. Van Dyne looks to face off against Caden Brainerd. 3 for 5 in the first quarter was Carthage, and now they pick it up, and now they're 4 for 6 on the game. Nice job by Van Dyne, giving his team some extra offensive opportunities. 14 shots by Carthage in the first quarter. Johnson gives it up to his midfielder, Birchfield. Birchfield looks inside, and a nice look inside and an inside finish as he finds number 41, Colin Poitras.
That was such a good pass. For the Firebirds, with the assist, number 30, Ben Kroc. And scoring goal number 3, number 41, Colin Poitras.
Second goal of the game for Poitras, and that was a beautiful looking pass from Ben Kroc as Poitras flashed open on the crease, and Kroc found him and put the ball right on his stick to give him that scoring opportunity. So the Firebirds take their first lead of the game, 3-2 with 14:10 to go in the first period. Here's Jackson Early facing off against Van Dyne, and a win for Jackson Early, the freshman, and his first face-off opportunity of the game. A nice job against Van Dyne. Cunningham gives it up to Michael Mann. Michael resets. Number 19, Blaine Hind, checks in at midfield along with David Brace. And 23 is going to be Freddie Koplow, the sophomore from Traverse City St. Francis High School. And here's Koplow looking to get inside. Gets it forward to Michael Mann. Michael Mann gives it up to David Brace, and saved by Jake Williamson. Brace had a good opportunity, tried to go low on the goalie, and a nice job by Williamson with the save. Nice job by Smilanek to work himself out of some traffic there and successfully clear for the Firebirds. Here's Kroc, number 30, along with Andrew Fry, who checks in as an offensive midfielder. Fry with the ball, dodging on Luke Wieringo, and Wieringo turns him over, and ball is still bouncing and not yet possessed. Wieringo tries to flip it forward, but it's going to go out of bounds. So Carthage is going to continue their possession. 30 on the shot clock, as Hope never possessed it, so the shot clock did not reset. Westland dodges down the alley, dropped momentarily by Andrew Johnson, but he recovers. Johnson working on the freshman pole, Foster. Here's Fry looking to get his hands free and inside, and he does. Number 45, Andrew Fry, unassisted goal. Nice job by the sophomore midfielder from Broomfield, Colorado, as he face dodged his defender, protected his stick against his left side, and then put the ball low and off the low hip of John Shea. Face-off violation is the call against Jackson Early, so it's going to go back to the Firebirds. 4-2 Firebirds with 11:50 to go in quarter two. Kroc back at midfield along with Timmy Martino, junior from Blue Island, Illinois. Here's Kroc, alley dodging, looks inside, nothing there, so he's going to clear it for Johnson. Shot goes high, retained by the Firebirds. As Johnson continues to look for some opportunities behind, but a nice job by John Foster. And an unforced error from Alec Gurn, as he throws the ball out of bounds. So 4-2 Firebirds, 11 minutes to go for the Dutchman. And a successful clear for Hope. As Andrew Lanham gets a shot opportunity, backed up by number 44, Colin Stecco. So Stecco enters the lineup at attack. And with 10:53 to go in the second quarter, Carthage takes its second time out of the first half and will step aside.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
And we're back to live action. Here's number 4, Andon Rieger. Gets a shot off low and saved by Williamson. Nice split of the double team at the midfield line by Andrew Johnson. As Coach Neff looks to move Johnson across the midfield on the clear package. Here's number 30, Kroc. Rieger playing defensive midfield against him. Johnson works from behind. Shot by 45, Andrew Fry is wide and recovered on the possession by the Firebirds. This is Kroc dodging from behind against Rieger. Shot off, hit the top pipe, and so that's going to reset the shot clock for a fresh 60 for the Firebirds. Kroc looking to initiate offense against number 4, Andon Rieger. Rieger started the game at attack, now playing some midfield and now playing defensive midfield, and that looks like an opportunity that Coach Neff wants to try to exploit by having Kroc dodge on Rieger. Birchfield gives it up to Johnson. Nice job defensively by Jake Maybacher to push that up, and then number 6, George Birchfield, buries the shot unassisted. So a nice job defensively by the Dutch, and just as the shot clock was set to expire, number 6, George Birchfield, the junior midfielder from Mokina, Illinois, got his hands free and put it in the bottom corner of the goal where the lefty goalie Shea couldn't pick it up, and with 8:48 to go, Firebirds go up 5-2. Jackson Early with a ground ball, a face-off win for the Dutchmen. So Hope has not scored in the second quarter. Let's see if they can get on the board here. There's Sam Bowen. Bowen has been quiet early in this game. No shot attempts yet for Sam Bowen. And so let's see if this high-scoring attack unit can get themselves on track in the action here. Bowen looks inside. Nice job defensively by the defensive unit, and he's going to pass it up to Freddie Koplau, who's joined by Nick McCreary at the offensive midfield unit. There's Koplau, shot low, and a nice save by Jake Williamson. Williamson has done a nice job early on in this contest in the goal. A nice job by Michael Mann on the ride as he picked that pass off, and unsettled situation for Michael Mann, and he dropped the ball as he was looking to transition, but a loose ball push is going to be the call against the Firebirds. So Hope's going to keep possession. And we're going to pause for a moment for an injury timeout for the Firebirds. Number 9, Smilanek, was the player down, and he's walking it off and coming to the sideline. So glad to see he's fine.
If anything, it should have gone to 60. There was no change of direction.
Michael Mann dodging from behind. Nothing there as Michael looks inside. Pushes the ball back up top to Freddie Koplau. Here's Koplau looking to get his hands free. Does, and a nice save by Williamson on the shot from Freddie Koplau. Ball bounces around, and it's going to be picked up by 13 McCreary. McCreary gives it up to Koplau, and Koplau not ready for the pass and dropped it, turned the ball over. Stoppage of play on the far sideline by the referee crew as John Moat wants to talk over. So it looks like there is a penalty forthcoming as John Moat comes to the scorer's table. They're going to call a 2-minute non-releasable blow to the head against number 21, Jake Westland. So Hope's going to be man up with a non-releasable penalty. So let's see if Hope can cut into this 3-goal deficit right here, and a great opportunity right there for Freddie Koplau, and he didn't convert and then stepped into the crease. So that's going to go as a turnover and a failed opportunity and an extra man opportunity for Hope. Hope's going to push the ride as they've got an extra man, and here comes Andrew Johnson down, and Johnson throws the ball past number 6, George Birchfield, but Birchfield recovers before it rolls out of bounds. So 5-on-6 opportunity for the Firebirds as they look to kill this penalty for as long as possible. And Ben Croc's going to run to the far side of midfield and make Sean Cunningham chase him as they're going to burn this man down penalty. Hope had an opportunity, a non-releasable penalty call. They didn't convert on a good look inside by Freddie Koplow, and then he stepped into the crease for the turnover. Oh, a nice caused turnover by Luke Wieringo. He turned over George Birchfield, and Wieringo turned the ball over as he looked to get his hands free for a shot, but looked back to see if a trail check was coming, and as he did that, lost his cradle and dropped the ball. So a little sloppy with the ball on that opportunity for Hope, and it resets to the Firebirds. 4:45 to go in the second quarter. Hope down 3, 5-2. Hope came into this season averaging almost 20 goals a contest last year. And early on, Hope's averaging 10 goals a game after 2 goals and only 2 on the board as the second quarter ticks down. So Coach Shanehouse looking for a little spark from his team as there goes a goal. Number 22, Johnny Lane, junior from Bloomington, Minnesota, put it in the 5-hole underneath John Shea's legs, and the Firebirds go up 6-2.
The assist, number 30, Ben Croc. And scoring goal number 6, number 22, Johnny Lane.
Credit the assist to Ben Croc. And with 4:17 to go, Hope finds themselves down 6-2. Perhaps a little bit disjointed out there defensively. Hope has 2 of its 3 starting defenders not playing today because of an injury. There's a violation against number 5, Joey Workman, taking the face-off for the Firebirds. So Hope wins the face-off in the possession. So as mentioned, Hope down a little bit on their defensive unit, on their close defense. Carter Hitchcock out early as he's still rehabbing, and then Tucker Martinez, senior starter defensively, went out in the first quarter with an ankle injury. Sam Bowen inside. Nice save by Williamson as Sam got his first scoring opportunity of the game. Got himself free inside and just couldn't finish that shot. So a lot of what has plagued Hope early on in these first 2 games is getting shot opportunities and shots on goal, but not burying shots, as they have a low shooting percentage on the season. And I know a point of emphasis for Coach Shanehouse this week for his offensive unit was better shooting percentage. But early on, that's not happening for Hope, and they find themselves down 6-2 as the clock winds down to 3 minutes to go in the game. Johnny Lane just scored that last goal. He works on Jake Maybacher. Nice job by Maybacher. Birchfield on the wing. And here's Johnson working against the freshman. And a nice save by John Shea. Dinas on the wing. Clears it forward to David Brace. A nice job by Cam Dinas to clear. Here's Freddie Koplow looking inside. And does get it to Jake Maybacher, and a nice shot by Maybacher, but a nice save by Williamson. Ground ball picked up by David Brace, so 55 on this possession for Hope. Stecco, Michael Mann, and Sam Bowen at midfield. Here's Stecco. Stecco's got a short stick defender. Gives it up top to Blaine Hind. Stecco was wide open, waving his stick, but Hind didn't see him. There's a shot from number 23, Freddie Koplow, hit the crossbar, picked up by Michael Mann, and after the shot, we're going to get a flag against the Firebirds as Koplow got a cross check to the helmet after he released that shot. So let's see what the call is as head referee John Mowat comes to the scorer's table. Illegal body check is the call, 1 minute. So with 1:20 to go, 60 on the shot clock, 1:20 to go in the quarter. Let's see if this extra man unit for Hope can close the gap, down 6-2. Here's Bowen. Sean Cunningham works his way out and gives way to Colin Stecco. 6-on-5 for the Dutch for a minute. So Rieger, the lefty, on the wing. Back to Stecco, and Stecco momentarily dropped the ball and now stumbled and turned the ball over. So not a very good possession that time on the man-up opportunity as Stecco dropped the pass and then stumbled and turned the ball over. So a squandered opportunity for the second time in a row for Hope on its man-up unit. A turnover caused by Luke Wieringo as John Shea picks the ball up and chucks it downfield, and ground ball pickup for the Firebirds. And we'll step away for a moment as one of the Firebirds players is down.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
So nice to see that Jacob Henning, the senior, walks off under his own power, comes to the sideline. 24 seconds to go in the half. Birchfield at the midfield along with Ben Kroc. Here's Kroc. Alley dodge down the right alley. Shot free and stick on it by John Shea as the ball skips out of bounds. 6 seconds to go. Play stopping for just a second along the sidelines. 4 seconds remain on the game clock. And they throw the ball in the middle, and Shea picks it off and gets rid of it. But just before he releases it, John Mowat throws a flag, and I'm not sure what the flag is, but Mowat saw something in front of the Hope goal that he didn't like, and he dropped the flag. So let's see if they pick this flag up or if they're going to call a penalty just before the half expired. So we'll step aside. 6-2, your score at the half as the visiting Firebirds from Carthage take the lead.
Every day, the people of Hope College are
leading,
discovering,
believing,
dreaming,
pursuing,
serving,
innovating,
exploring,
creating,
collaborating,
questioning,
curing.
We are finding new ways to do old things.
We are challenging the status quo
and building a legacy.
We are pursuing truth.
We are solving tomorrow's problems today.
We are thinking globally.
We are faithfully hoping.
We are celebrating victories.
This day and every day.
We are strengthened by our faith,
Bound by a shared commitment to building community.
And dedicated to providing our students with a world-class liberal arts education.
faithful,
Welcoming, transformational.
This is Hope College.
Hello, I'm Trigby Johnson, and I serve as the Dean of the Chapel at Hope College. I'd like to thank you for your continued relationship with Hope. Thank you for being our people. People are what make this campus special. A people rooted in our shared faith in Jesus Christ. And in that spirit, I'd like to personally invite you to come join us for chapel every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10:30 a.m. Come and join the next generation of Hope College students as we sing the old songs of the faith and some new ones. Come and enter in and experience the energy and vitality of what it is to be a Christian here at Hope College, as God shapes us to be a people of hope now and for future generations.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
Whether you're building your dream home, buying a fixer-upper, or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we're involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
Coming in, I didn't really have much experience with business. My dad's a French teacher and my mom's a nurse, and so I didn't have any super personal experience with that.
I was excited to start college, but it was definitely a new step that the nerves were also there too.
I was very overwhelmed. Centering myself in the business department as I got here, that was part of the reason of why I felt it was like a natural progression from high school to college. My first big introduction was Business 222. Once I kind of got into that, it kind of opened my eyes to like what is out there and how much there is that Hope can prepare me for.
I joined Launch my first semester, which is a business program that introduces first-year students to the business and economics department. We met about twice a month, so it was the perfect time commitment where I wasn't feeling overwhelmed already with schoolwork on top of this.
It's so important to get engaged early because, frankly, you come to college and we just don't think that you really have enough experience and have enough knowledge to confidently make a decision about what you want to do next.
Coming in, I saw this opportunity to meet all these upperclassmen who were business majors, who had at the time so much more wisdom than I did. We really wanted to get into business club and see what that had to offer.
Getting engaged early is going to give you experiences that you can build on. It's going to help you build your professional network and relationships. You're going to be known and you will be supported, but you are in the driver's seat. And so it is going to take your stepping into this and being committed and staying engaged because you're going to be the one that's navigating this journey and that's taking some of these next steps. And then when you do that, we'll be alongside there to help.
Yeah, my name is Travis Williams. I'm the CEO of the ODC Network. I graduated from Hope in 1998. I studied biology, and then I also played football. In order to be successful, people really need more than just the academic experience, but they need people to come alongside them and help them, coach them, mentor them. I find that Hope College has just been one of the best examples of being able to do that anywhere.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
My name's Emma Duttmers, and I'm a communications major, and then I'm minoring in environmental studies. I play soccer. The first soccer game of my junior year, I tore my ACL. Our athletic trainer, Annie, was there for me right when it happened, and she was there for me literally every step of the way. That was definitely a huge growing opportunity for me, and it was really hard, but it really pushed me to be a leader with more of my voice because I couldn't lead by example on the field. It definitely made me take a step back and realize how much there is to be grateful for.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to share Hope stories of transformational impact.
What we're imagining now, as we look out to the future, is not just a tweak to the old system. We're imagining an entirely new system. In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
My name is Meg Morehouse. I'm a senior this year and I'm studying physical education and health. I am on the women's basketball team. We won the national championship when I was a junior. It was unbelievable. The education department at Hope allowed me to realize my passion about teaching. Anytime I get to go into a classroom and work with students, I just get really excited. My goal when I graduate would be to be a middle school physical education and health teacher. Hope does an amazing job of preparing their students for what is to come in the future.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
I got everything you need.
And we're back to live action. And number 30, unassisted, Ben Kroc with a goal. Carthage started with possession. And with 15 seconds ticked off the third quarter, number 30, Ben Kroc finds the back of the net. Corbin Van Dyne at the X. Nice job winning it forward to himself and looking for a scoring opportunity. Gets a shot off, and that bounces high and over the back of the net. Nice job by Van Dyne at the X today. So let's see if Hope can regroup here a bit at halftime, both offensively and defensively. Uncharacteristically low, 2 goals and a half for Hope. Hope scored their first goals in the first 4 minutes of the first quarter. Came out with an early 2-0 lead. There's a nice stop on the shot by Andrew Fry. And after those first 2 goals by the Dutchman, they haven't found the net since, as Carthage has scored 7 unanswered. Here's David Brace. He's the sophomore midfielder from Plymouth, Michigan. Michael Mann looks to work inside. Gets himself free inside, but then turns the ball over on the carpet. And a ground ball pickup by Michael Mann. 58 on the possession still. Sam Bowen being guarded by Mo Broughton, and Mo Broughton did a nice job in that first half holding Bowen scoreless. Shot high from Lanham. Michael Mann looking inside, nothing there. He's going to kick it back up top to Lanham. Here's the sophomore Brace. Shot goes wide and right. Bowen picks up from the end line, 25 on the possession. Sam gets it inside, and it skips just over the head of number 43, Michael Mann, and picked back up by David Brace with 14 to go on this possession. A turnover by David Brace as he throws it wide and out of bounds. So in checks Wieringo, the LSM, along with Sean Cunningham. Hope in 10-man ride. Pressure being applied by John Foster, and a nice job to work himself out of trouble was Ben Kroc. And the pressure applied effective as Hope gets a turnover on the ride. Wieringo pushes it forward to Owen Mueller. Mueller gets it ahead to Sean Cunningham. Cunningham looks to get it inside, but the ball was deflected midair and recovered by Cunningham. So Cunningham and Mueller will check off as defensive midfielders. On comes McCreary, the sophomore, and Andrew Lanham, a sophomore, along with number 25, Will Tobias, a freshman from California. First action of the season for number 25, Will Tobias. And a turnover by Sam Bowen. And they're going to call a loose ball push against the Firebirds. So Hope's going to keep possession with a fresh 60 on the shot clock. There's Bowen looking to get inside. A nice job by Mo Broughton to keep him out. McCreary being defended by the long stick midfielder. Michael Mann has been held scoreless today. He's the returning scoring leader for the Dutchman with a 90-point season last year. Andrew Lanham gets himself inside and finds the back of the net. A nice shot under the crossbar by number 8, Andrew Lanham, the sophomore 6'4" midfielder from Rockford, Michigan. And since the 11-minute mark of the first quarter, Hope finds itself back on the board and cuts the Firebirds' deficit to 5. Max Zimmerman, the senior midfielder, to face off against Corbin Van Dyne. And Van Dyne gets the face-off win backwards to Sam Wallace, the junior LSM from Bloomington, Minnesota. Hope mixing up its ride package back into its traditional 9-man zone ride as Maybacher works against Andrew Fry, and a nice job by Fry to settle the ball into space, allow Coach Neff to substitute in his offensive midfielders as Ben Kroc checks in. So Fry along with Kroc and Birchfield. And number 6, George Birchfield with the assist. And number 31, William Clemens, finds the back of the net.
For the Firebirds, with the assist, number 6, George Birchfield. And scoring goal number 8, number 41, Colin Poitras.
Check that, Colin Poitras with the goal. And so we'll step aside with 10:09 to go for a timeout. Firebirds 8 and the Flying Dutchman 3. And back to live action with Colin Van Dyne facing off against Max Zimmerman. Face-off violation is the call against Zimmerman, so Carthage is going to take over offensively. There's Birchfield. Birchfield along with Ben Kroc and number 45 Andrew Fry for the offensive midfield unit. This unit has taken the majority of runs at midfield for Coach Neff. Nice job by Mike Molesky turning over number 41 Poitras. Clear successful for the Dutchman as Sean Cunningham looks to initiate and gives it over to Michael Mann, and Hope's going to reset with 62 on the shot clock. Here's number 44, Stecco, remains in at midfield. Let's check that at attack for Andon Rieger, who started. There's David Brace, passes it up to Andrew Lanham. Stecco gives it forward to number 25, Will Tobias, and the freshman from San Diego, California, St. Augustine High School, finds the back of the net for his first career college score. Nice assist from Colin Stecco.
Number 44, Colin Stecco. And scoring goal number 4, number 25, Will Tobias.
So Will Tobias gets his first college goal in his first game action of the season. This is a freshman that Coach Schoenhels is very big on. Very impressed with his scoring opportunities and his game awareness, and early on makes a contribution to impress the coach. And Hope cuts the deficit in half, 8-4 with 8:35 to go. Firebirds continuing to win the battle at the face-off X. Here's Westland in at midfield, gives it up to Johnson. Hope did a nice job on Johnson in the first half. Just one goal. Nice save by John Shea on the shot by 22. Dinas pushes it forward. Hope looks early to initiate some offense, and nothing there, so they're going to settle it back down. David Brace is going to check in. David Brace, Andrew Lanham, and number 25, Will Tobias check in. Here's Brace, gets his hands free. The sidearm shot goes wide of the cage, backed up by Sam Bowen. 49 on the possession. And we got a timeout called by Coach Neff, so we'll step aside with 7:35 to go in the third quarter.
It's no secret. The best way to learn about Hope College is to spend time on our campus. The Hope admissions team invites you to a personalized visit experience you won't forget. Located in downtown Holland, Michigan, our historic campus is close to shopping and dining and just 10 minutes from Lake Michigan. We invite you to check out our campus tour options or sign up for an online tour with the Hope admissions office. There's never been a better time to see Hope College. Visit us at hope.edu/admissions.
We are ready to begin game action. 48 seconds on the shot clock for Hope. As Sam Bowen gets it inside. Here's Tobias with a shot. Nice job by number 5, Will Tobias, as he gets his second shot opportunity, but a save by Williamson. And inside, Colin Stecco got himself free and open and just missed the shot there. So saved by Jake Williamson off of his stick or his foot, and so the shot clock resets to 60. David Brace gets himself inside and crosses over to his left hand to increase his angle. And 16, David Brace gets the unassisted goal. Nice job by Brace as he alley dodged on the right side, got inside of his man, but with very little angle at the last second, used his body to ward off the defender, switched to his offhand to increase his angle, and put it just inside the left shoulder of Jake Williamson. So Hope cuts a 5-goal deficit down to 3 with 6:58 to go, and let's see if the momentum can continue. As Coach Schelt sends Caden Brainerd out to face off. And Brainerd gets the win. Brainerd gives the shot up to number 2, Liam Belote. And Liam Belote, the freshman long stick midfielder, with the goal. So assist from number 3, Caden Brainerd on the faceoff, gives it up to the LSM freshman Liam Belote, and Belote finds the back of the net, and Hope cuts the deficit to 2 with 6:47 to go. Here's Brainerd back out at the X, face off against Corbin Van Dyne. Van Dyne gets the clamp, and ball gets pushed forward and is picked up by number 8, Sam Wallace. A nice ground ball pickup by Wallace in traffic. So Coach Neff looking to settle his squad down after giving up 3 unanswered goals. Still a 2-goal lead. Timmy Martino Jr. checks in as an offensive midfielder. Ben Kroc gets it down to Johnson. Johnson been fairly quiet today as he's been guarded by the freshman Pole from Forest Hills Central, John Foster. Foster actually matched him in goal production so far today at a goal apiece, and they're going to call a cross check there as the offensive player was falling down, and I think honestly it was the result of the fall that got the flag out of John Moat's pocket as Gurn fell down as he was being defended by John Foster. So and we got one more flag before the shot from Johnson goes wide. So 2 flags on the carpet. We know one of them is going to be a cross check against 22 John Henry Foster. And I'm not sure what the second flag is going to be as the refs talk it over. So Hope is 2 men down in an excellent scoring opportunity here for the Firebirds. Hope was 2 men down in the first half and did a nice job killing the opportunity for the Firebirds. Let's see if they can do it again. Hope is in a box defense. Firebirds are going to look to rotate and get something on the back door with a man open on the doorstep. Shot blocked, and Firebirds keep possession, and a shot goes wide, and a nice job by John Shea hustling to the back line to win that possession. And so Hope holds on its 2 men down extra man defense. John Shea looking to work himself out of some trouble. And a flag's going to go down as they're going to call a cross check, or illegal body check is going to be the call, I think, against the Firebirds. So Hope has possession. There's still 2 men down as Sam Bowen gets double teamed at X. I think Coach Shane Hells is telling him to kill the penalty for as long as possible. So kill off the 2 men down. get back to full possession. There's a flag on the carpet, so Hope is going to be man up after this opportunity with 4:09 to go. There's Michael Mann, and Michael Mann gets double teamed and drops the ball. Ground ball pick up by Stecco with 15 on the shot clock. There's a pass to David Brace, and David Brace finds the back of the net. Assist from Colin Stecco to number 16, David Brace. David Brace finds the goal for the second time today. And with 3:48 to go in the third quarter, Hope has cut the deficit to 7. Flag is going to be a cross check. Goal is good. Is a personal conduct, does not waive off the penalty, but Hope does not get automatic possession. We're going to have a face-off, and Carthage will have only one man on the wing instead of two. Up, and this is obviously a key face-off opportunity as Caden Brainerd steps out. By Brainerd to win possession, and he pushes it forward to Sean Cunningham. So extra man opportunity for the Dutch. A nice job by Caden Brainerd winning that key face-off as he faced off against Sam Wallace. Coach Neff was throwing Sam Wallace, an LSM, out there, trying to just tie the possession up and hope that in a ground ball battle he could win the possession. But Brainerd won. Here's David Brace. Shot opportunity hit the crossbar. And that ball skips out of bounds across the midfield line. And Andrew Johnson was the closest to the ball, when and where it went out of bounds. So Firebirds are going to take over possession, and a squandered extra man opportunity for Hope College. Westland's looking to kill the clock, carrying the ball behind net. Westland works himself out of trouble nicely as he got double teamed by Luke Wieringo. Shot wide by Andrew Fry, the sophomore midfielder from Colorado. Nice opportunity for Johnson, but he dropped the ball as he tried to quick stick it inside, and John Foster looked to clear it up the sidelines and got pushed out of bounds. And so after that nice pickup by John Foster, he worked himself out of bounds trying to clear it up the far sideline. Number 30, Ben Kroc with the ball, working against Marco Molaroni, looking to get it inside to Johnson. Johnson gets inside. He gets a shot off. Ground ball picked up by Colin Poitras. 50 on the possession. Shot from Jake Westland. Misses the cage, but backed up by Johnson. Johnson being defended by John Henry Foster. Looking inside, nothing there, and he gives it up to his midfielder, who hitches, gets his hands free, gets shot off, but a nice save by John Shea. So a nice job defensively this quarter by Hope, as Luke Wieringo carries across the midfield. Looks to spread out his teammates and clear some room as he passes it down to Michael Mann. And Wieringo, the LSM, will bomber back across midfield and give way for Andrew Lanham. Here's Brace, 2 goals in a row, hit the crossbar with that last one as he looked to make it 3 in a row. And let's see if Sam Bowen can get himself on track, as he's yet to score this game. It was a good look inside to Michael Mann. As Michael Mann got the shot off on a left-handed quick stick that went about 2 inches outside of the pipe. Nice look from Sam Bowen and a nice shot opportunity from Mann. Still 30 on the shot clock. Here's Lanham. Lanham scored early in the game, has been relatively quiet since. Michael Mann with a question mark, and he buries the goal. Number 43, Michael Mann, with a beautiful question mark dodge, pushing up from X on the goalie's left. Really just a beautiful individual effort by Michael Mann as he dodged, and he was stopped initially by number 47, Jamison Stahl, and he just turned to the outside, got his hands free, and executed the question mark dodge to perfection. And the ball's on the carpet, and that's the end of the third quarter. Your score, Hope College 8, the Carthage Firebirds 8.
The River Place in downtown Holland redefines active senior living. A no-step floor plan is designed around your needs, so you can leave the worries of home ownership behind and enjoy a vibrant lifestyle right outside your door. Make the River Place your home. Visit resthaven.org/riverplace to reserve yours today.
In a Hope Forward model, every student who comes through the doors of Hope College would have their tuition 100% covered.
My name is Meg Morehouse. I'm a senior this year, and I'm studying physical education and health. I am on the women's basketball team. We won the national championship when I was a junior. It was unbelievable. The education department at Hope allowed me to realize my passion about teaching. Anytime I get to go into a classroom and work with students, I just get really excited. My goal when I graduate would be to be a middle school physical education and health teacher. Hope does an amazing job of preparing their students for what is to come in the future.
As an invested community partner, LVZ is proud to help share Hope stories of transformational impact.
We're back to live action. Corbin Van Dyne facing off against Brainerd. The ground ball pickup by Brainerd. Nice job getting rid of the ball. Back to number 30, Jack Cervantes, who gets the shot off wide, backed up by Stecco. So a nice job by Brainerd as he stepped in to take the majority of the face-off duties late, and he's doing a nice job against the talented Corbin Van Dyne. Coach Shane Hells brings in Lanham, David Brace, and Will Tobias as his midfield unit, as the senior Colin Stecco continues that attack. Only the second game for Stecco. And there's an unassisted goal. Number 16, David Brace for the hat trick. Nice alley dodge and offhanded shot high and away for the sophomore Brace. And Hope takes its first lead since 2-1 to go with 8 minutes remaining in the first quarter. So David Brace has gotten himself on track. And that's exactly what Coach Schoenhels wants to see out of the talented sophomore midfielder. He's been quiet the first 2 games. And I know Coach Schoenhels expects a lot of offensive production out of number 16 this year, and 16 hasn't been able to find the back of the net in the first couple of games, but 3 goals in the second half, and he's got himself back on track. Face-off violation against Van Dyne, and Hope turns the ball over after getting possession, and then a nice job defensively as pressure on Jack Nye, and Jack skips the ball out of bounds. So Hope possession, same midfield unit, Andrew Lanham, Will Tobias, and David Brace. There's Michael Mann, looks for a quick shot, and not a whole lot of velocity on that shot, and an easy save for Jake Williamson. So probably not the possession or shot that Coach Schoenhels was looking for. 10 seconds into a possession for Michael Mann to take that shot. I'm sure he was looking for him to work the ball a little more and set up some offense and get a better shot than that. Andrew Johnson, relatively quiet game so far with 1 goal on 6 shots. Gets the shot off low and wide. It's backed up by Ben Kroc. Kroc inverts from behind the goal, working against Lanham, and kicks it back up top to 45 Andrew Fry. He's guarded by Owen Mueller. Nice look inside, and shot from Poitras, stopped by John Shea, and a nice outlet pass by John Shea to create some opportunities as he gets it over to Sam Bowen, and Sam Bowen just across the top of the crossbar. What an opportunity for Hope as Owen Mueller drew the slide defender, passed it up to Sam Bowen, who was open on the wing, and Sam tried to drop the hammer and skipped it 2 inches over the top of the crossbar. So Bowen still waiting to get in the scoring column today. Started out the season with 6 in the first contest, 2 in the second contest, but hasn't found it yet here in this game. And Sam just turned the ball over as he looked to roll dodge and dropped the ball in the middle of his dodge. Nice job turning the ball over on Johnson, but a great ground ball pickup by Andrew Johnson, and then Johnson turned the ball over and picked up off the carpet by John Henry Foster. A little sloppy as the ball stays down on the ground, and it's going to go down as a turnover against John Foster as he threw it past his teammate, and it crossed midfield, picked up by Andrew Johnson. Here's number 30, Ben Kroc, along with 6, George Birchfield at the midfield. There's Johnson. Johnson plays a lot of high attack, comes up 10, 15 yards north of GLE, gives it up to Colin Poitras. Poitras, the leading scorer so far on the game for the Firebirds. And there's a nice inside look and a nice save, but a ground ball pickup from George Birchfield, and Birchfield gets it in the back of the net. Nice save by John Shea, but the ball bounced forward right into Birchfield's stick, and John Shea couldn't gather himself and cover the net quickly enough. And so Carthage ties the game at 9 with 11:03 to go in the fourth quarter. An unfortunate bounce of the ball for the Dutchman, or fortunate for Carthage, as it went straight to George Birchfield. and made for an easy scoring opportunity. Brainerd versus Van Dyne, and Van Dyne wins that face-off opportunity. Andrew Fry, along with George Birchfield and Johnny Lane, the offensive midfield unit for Coach Neff. Birchfield working against Luke Wieringo. There's Fry, gets his hands free, cross body, shot goes wide and left and backed up by Andrew Johnson. Johnson guarded by John Foster. A nice job by Foster turning Johnson over, and a ground ball pickup by John Shea as he works himself out of trouble, but then turns the ball over as he throws it straight into the stick of George Moorbottom. So a nice job defensively and a nice ground ball pickup by John Shea, but probably should have gathered himself and thrown it to an outlet defender instead of pushing it up himself and throwing the ball away. Ground ball. We're going to call a loose ball push against Michael Molesky as Alec Garn dropped the ball and put it on the carpet, but I'm going to call Molesky for pushing Garn, and a fresh 60 for the Firebirds. There's a pass inside and a shot saved, and a ground ball pickup by 41 Colin Poitras, and the goal. So 2 in a row for Carthage in the same manner. The initial shot is stopped, but bounces right into the stick of a Carthage player for an easy goal. And so nice defensive stands by Hope, and then the ball just bounces in the wrong direction, and fortunately for Carthage, right into the stick of a Carthage player. .909 to go. Carthage reclaims the lead, 10-9. Van Dyne faces off, this time against the freshman Jackson Early. Won by Carthage. Van Dyne gets a high bouncer off over the goal, backed up by Gurn. Carthage with a 1-goal lead. Johnson turned the ball over. Nice job by Foster. It's an unforced error by Johnson. Hope looks to push and look for an early opportunity offensively. Not a lot there, so Coach Shane Hels is going to settle down behind X. David Brace checks in with 3 goals. Andrew Lanham with 1 goal, and Will Tobias is going to check in, number 25, with 1 goal. Here's Lanham. He's looking to get his hands free and bounces one high into the top of the net. Nice job on the individual effort by Lanham, the 6'4" sophomore, as he alley dodged and split right to left and threw the high bouncer over the left shoulder of Jake Williamson. And with 8:06 to go in the 4th quarter, we're back tied, as Lanham finds the back of the net for goal number 2. Face-off violation against number 5, Joey Workman. And that's going to be a 30-second procedure violation against Carthage, and Hope's going to be man up for 30 seconds. So the third face-off violation of the half, and that's going to result in a 30-second penalty against the Firebirds. Hope's going to go man up. Brace, Lanham, along with Andon Rieger, joining the attack unit. Sam Bowen looks inside. Hope has not scored on a man-up opportunity today. Here's Brace looking for an opportunity. Bounce shot goes high and over the goal. 9 seconds left on this man-up. Bowen looks inside. Carthage back at full strength with 45 on the shot clock, and the ball squirts past Brace, but he chases it down and recovers. Brace with Freddie Koplow and Andrew Lanham is the offensive midfielders. There's a pass inside to David Brace, and he gets a shot off. And Brace is down as he got hit after he released the shot by number 47, Jamison Stahl, and Brace is still down as the refs are going to stop play. Brace is okay. He jogs to the sideline holding his ribs. I thought we were going to get a cross-check penalty after David Brace released the shot. Jamison Stahl took an extra step and put both hands in his stick into the rib cage, but no call. Here's Freddie Koplow with a good opportunity and nothing there, and Koplow misses the shot, and then we call a crease violation. So a good scoring opportunity for Hope to take the lead, and they missed the opportunity there. Successful clear for the Firebirds as they work it forward to Andrew Johnson. And timeout by Carthage. We'll step away with 6:35 to go in the fourth quarter. Hope College 10, Carthage 10.
Whether you're building your dream home, buying a fixer-upper, or downsizing, the process can feel overwhelming. Let the local team at Lighthouse Title help the closing process be one less worry. Just ask your real estate professional or lender to close at Lighthouse Title. To learn more about how we are involved in our 35 communities or to ask us any questions about the process, visit us online at lighthousetitle.net.
Coach Neff wanted to talk over an offensive formation here with his players. He still has 57 seconds left on this possession as we're in a 10-10 ball game in the fourth quarter. Season 15 for Coach Neff at the helm of the Carthage program. 158 wins against 74 losses after 14 seasons for Coach Neff. And he's built a Midwest powerhouse in Kenosha. Carthage has been an NCAA tournament team several times. There's Johnson. Sweeps across the top. Nothing there, and so he gives it back to Ben Kroc, and Kroc looks to dodge from up top against Jake Maybacher. Jake running alongside. Gets the ball inside. Birchfield looked for an opportunity but didn't have his hands free. And here's Birch, gets it free to number 40, Alec Gurn, and a nice save by John Shea and a ground ball pickup. As Jake Maybacher looks to see if there's a numbers opportunity, and he gets the ball inside to Andon Rieger. Number 24, Jake Maybacher finds an open freshman, Andon Rieger, and Rieger, the freshman from Elmhurst, Illinois, finds the back of the net over the left shoulder of Jake Williamson, and Hope regains possession. And that's exactly the sort of offensive opportunities Coach Shane Hells preaches, which is hunt early in a possession. Hunt early, and if the opportunity presents itself, take advantage of it. If it's not there, pull it out, reset, get a fresh 60, rotate our men in. But if the opportunity is there early, be aggressive and bury it. And that is exactly what Maybacher did from the defensive midfield position. It's 5:25 to go. Face-off win from Corbin Van Dyne. Coach Neff gets Birchfield back into the game along with Fry and number 30, Ben Kroc, for his offensive unit. So here's Kroc, the sophomore midfielder from Vernon Hills, Illinois. Kroc looks inside, gets it to Gurn, and back to Johnson. John Foster's done a nice job all day against Andrew Johnson, holding him to 1 goal and forcing a number of turnovers out of the junior. Gurn looks to get his hands free, nothing there, and gives the ball up to Kroc, who shoots high and wide with 17 to go in the possession. Johnson takes the end line ball. Johnson works off a teammate's screen. Shot saved by John Shea. And a nice job defensively for the Hope the Hope defensive unit, and a nice individual effort by John Foster. Successful clear for Hope. Luke Wieringo. And the shot and score from Luke Wieringo, number 7 unassisted, the sophomore long stick midfielder from Northville, Michigan. Had his hands free and used the torque of the long stick and went low to high with a long pole and buried it. And with 4:08 to go, Hope takes a 2-goal lead. Goal number 1 on the season for Luke Wieringo, the sophomore transfer who played at University of Vermont last year. And that's why Coach Shane Hells leaves him on early in offensive possessions, because he has a lot of confidence in what Wieringo can do with that 6-foot pole out there instead of taking him off immediately. Jackson Early ground ball win and a face-off victory for number 31. And with 3:54 to go in the game, a fresh 80 on the possession clock, Coach Shane Hells, I got to believe, is going to tell his men, settle it down, work the clock, get a good possession, but let's get a good shot deep in the possession clock. Andrew Lanham, the sophomore, along with David Brace, sophomore from Saline, in at midfield, along with the freshman Will Tobias. It's Michael Mann carrying up top. Shane Hells getting a different offensive formation with Michael Mann alley dodging from a midfield set. Here's Michael Mann, hands free, skips off the stick, and the possession stays with Hope College in a fresh 60 with exactly 3 minutes to go on the game clock. Sam Bowen from goal line extended along the far side. Working against Mo Broughton. Mo Broughton's done a nice job on Sam Bowen, holding him scoreless today. And here's Bowen dodging on Mo Broughton, and Just as I say, he's being held scoreless. Sam Bowen gets himself free for the unassisted goal as he bounces it just inside the right pipe. So a nice individual effort by Sam Bowen as he finds the back of the net for the first time today. Unassisted goal for the sophomore attack from Forest Hills Eastern High School. And 2:35 to go. Hope up 3. Joy Workman coming out to face off for Carthage. Workman against Jackson Early, and a nice job by Jackson Early to get that ball free, but they're going to call an interference call against Hope, and they're going to give possession to Carthage. Nice. Carthage. Here's Fry. And Fry finds the back of the net on an alley dodge as he works against Marco Mulleroni. So a nice shot by Andrew Fry, the midfielder from Colorado. Just a straight alley dodge, and nice job defensively by Mulleroni, but he just let his guy get his hands free. And Andrew Fry, the sophomore, made him pay. 13-11 the score, 2:08 to go. Will Jewell on the wing at the LSM. And Jewell picks up the ground ball. Gives it up to Cam Dinas. And Dinas passes it forward and skips across Jackson Early's stick, but picked up by Sam Bowen. 1:47 to go. Hope is up 2. And once again, Coach Shane Hells is going to tell his players work the clock. 55 in the possession, 95 on the game clock. So work it down. Look for a good scoring opportunity, but look for that scoring opportunity late in the possession as the game clock is your friend at this point. Michael Mann working against the short stick. And number 37 came over top, and that's going to be a holding call. And that's going to reset the shot clock to 60 seconds. So Jacob Henning fell over top of Michael Mann as he slipped. It could have easily been a 1-minute misconduct penalty, but instead they're going to call a holding call. So Hope keeps possession. And Michael Mann turned the ball over as he got double teamed. So 58 to go. Shot by Johnson, saved by John Shea. And he pushes it forward to Sam Bowen. Nice job by Sam as he throws a bouncer forward to Luke Wieringo. And the LSM looks to clear into space. And with 35 to go on the game clock, Coach Shane Hells calls a timeout. We'll step away. Hope 13, Carthage 11. we're back, 35 seconds to go. Ball will start on the far sideline with Colin Stecco. And Stecco gets double teamed, splits the double team, and passes up on the shot opportunity smartly. Had a shot opportunity, but gave it up instead to Michael Mann. And as Carthage looks to double team, Hope looks to dodge and pass into space. Rieger, the big freshman from Illinois, is getting double teamed on the sideline. Now he got swallowed up and splits the double team inside and works himself out of bounds back to Michael Mann, and that's going to do it as time expires. Hope College comes back from down 6 goals in the third quarter and claims the victory 13-11. Hope moves to 2-1 on the season, and Carthage suffers its first loss of the season and goes to 2-1 on the season. That'll do it from game action at Van Andel Stadium in Hope College, Michigan. Your final, Hope College 13, Carthage College 11.
There are over 5,000 colleges and universities in the United States alone, and nearly every single one of them is named after a location or a historical figure. But along the shores of Lake Michigan, there is a school whose namesake is not a founder, not a historical figure, not a state, city, or physical landmark. It is named after an ideal, a virtue, a way of life. Its name is hope. It is so easy to get lost in what this world lacks, to become discouraged by its needs, gaps, and flaws. Can we see beyond the uncertainty and brokenness? At Hope College, we do. Not by ignoring the world as it is, but by learning and living with the belief that this is not the world as it should be, by driving to understand, to unlock clarity, to amplify truth, by leading with inspired compassion, by embodying a vision that illuminates greater opportunity for all, by serving with anchored conviction, using our collective gifts to offer this world what it needs most. Hope. Not simply hope as a desire, but hope as a way of being. Because hope has changed the way we see the world, and hope drives us to change the way the world is. Because hope shapes our calling. Because hope inspires our dreams. Because hope empowers our talents. Because hope frees us to try. Because hope transforms what we believe, transforms how we act, transforms who we are. At Hope College, we know this life-altering grace is a gift we have all been given, and it is the greatest gift we can offer the world. Hope transforms.